Hi everyone, I know it's been a while, but welcome back anyway. And what I'm going to do today is pick a couple of different locks. And basically, the reason I'm doing this is because of Chris Evans's 10 to 1, like from easiest to hardest locks. I do not have all the locks which he picked in the video, and by no means would I be able to pick all the locks he had in the videos. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locks I'm going to be picking, and I'm going to start with what he says is the easiest, and I'm going to work my way through in the pretense of that. But basically the number 9 was, I think off the top of my head, was the leg with the removable hard plate, which I do not have that type of lock, so we'll be missing that one out, and then we'll be going on to the Imperial, and then we'll be going on to the Viscount, and then for number 6 I do not have the number 6, so I'll be going on to the leg 3621, and lastly I will be picking a Fortress. I do not have the locks 3, 2 and 1, but I do not think I would be able to pick them locks anyway, so if I did have them, then they probably wouldn't be in the video because I haven't figured out how to pick them. I haven't had the locks to practice on or anything like that. So we're going to start with this Union, and the Union, basically it has no false gates, no hard plate. It is a 5 gauge, and basically you can't go wrong with these locks. You just have to lift the levers up and you feel a little movement, and if you do overset something, you just have to play with the tension a little bit and the lock should open in the end. As I said, there's nothing to catch on or anything like that, so we'll go from there. So 5 gauge tension tool, and as it is mounted with its lever side, so I will be doing some locks. I've got 5, so I'll do some locks lever side, some locks bolt side, but I'll decide as I'm putting them in. So I'll do this one lever side, quite heavy tension, and just go through the lock, each lever, and just listening and feeling for little movements in the lock. So that's 1, 2, 3, and I got a little movement out of 3 there. 4, 5, nothing. So bring it all the way back to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, nothing really stood out to me there, so I'll try going from the back first. 5, 4, 3, 1. This lock, I'm told, which I haven't tried, is pretty easy to overlift, but to my knowledge I haven't tried that. There, like I would say that's lever 4, and I would say that was in gate. Lever 5 I would say was in gate. 2, 1. So you're getting loud clicks out of that because I have got quite heavy tension on there. There we go. So we do have that one picked. I will at the end show the levers, so this might be quite a long video, so if you're willing to stick around, thank you very much, and if not, just skip to each lock as you want, just flick through, it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. So the next lock would have been the hard plate, so I do not have that one, so we'll go to the Imperial lock, and quite a bit of the paintwork has come off, and I don't have keys for most of these locks. And as you can see, locked up, but again I will at the end go through and show you the levers. So the Imperial is a 6 gauge, and it doesn't look to be a hard plate, but the full case, the full case is the hard plate. It is the Imperial 5050 BS 3621. That's what I sort of know as. If you know any different, please leave a comment below and let me know otherwise. And I'll use a 7 gauge for this, as I don't have a 6 gauge. I do have a 5 gauge and a 7, so the 6 gauge will, the 7 gauge will work for this. And again, I'll pick this lever side. One second, yeah. Go and we're wrong. So basically just getting a feel of the lock. I do have all my levers set out down here, the lever wires and stuff for all the different locks, because not all of them take the same wire. Just come off it a little bit, just checking about. And it is Chris Evans who has inspired me to do this, as I've seen his videos. So I'd say 5 is in gate. See, this lock has got spaces in, so the wire does sometimes go through. And I'll have to go recheck. There, they've got that one. Three. So we've got a false set again. So we'll reset it. It's all about playing the tension. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. We have that one picked as well. And again, I will show the levers at the end. Just lay that on top of there. So now we'll go to the ERA Viscount. I think it's classed as a 201. I do have a key for this, but we don't need to see how it's working and out. But I did hand file that key, And this time we will do it bolt side. And again, this is a 7 gauge. And this one picks pretty similar to the Imperial one. I wish I could explain a bit more, but I am trying to concentrate a little bit, so sorry if you're sitting and wondering what I'm actually doing. If you've got any questions about any of them, leave it in the comments below and I will try and answer it. There we go. So there's the third lock picked. So we've had one 5 gauge, one 6 gauge, one 7, and 2 of them have got similar levers. The Union has different type of levers. Well, the Imperial is different levers, but it picks in a similar way. Well, to me it does. That might not be the right thing, but I've found that it does pick in a similar way. And now we'll go to it's the Leg BS3621, and it's a 5 gauge, and again we'll pick this bolt side, and this one is a 5 gauge, so back to the 5 gauge tool. And this one with the ERA, the Imperial and the Union, I've used basically this pick wire, and with the Leg I'll be using this pick wire, and in comparison, as you can see, this one is the one I'm going to be using, is a lot shorter, as you wouldn't be able to get the larger wire in. And this type of lock does have like H levers, or sort of what they're called, what I know them as H levers. So again, just going for it again, and we'll bring it all the way to the front, and just looking for a binding lever in these. As these do, just want to lift up everything a little tiny bit, just so I can get the wire underneath a lot easier. And with this lock, in my skill set at the minute, I am actually looking to bring this lock into a full set. So 6, 5, 3. So I've got a little bit of movement there. So I'll go right at the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5. Feels like it's in gate. 4. Now feels like it's in gate. 3. 2. Lighten up a little bit. There we go. It's gone back into a full set, so I might have overset something there. So go back to the back. 5. Push that up a little bit. 4, 3, 2, 1 seemed alright. 5, And there we go. We do have it picked again. Again, I will show the levers for this lock as well. And again, if you've stayed with us this long, thank you, because I know it is quite a long video, but I am trying to pick a lot of different types of locks in different ways. And now I will be picking the ERA Fortress lock. And this is one I haven't picked before. I have got other ERAs, but I don't have a key for this. It was pulled off a door yesterday and given to me with no key and in a locked position. So either I'm gonna fail miserably or you're gonna see a nice little pick. And again, I was using this pick for the first three. Then I used a smaller wire for the leg lock, and now for the ERA Fortress it's a different wire altogether. So it's just learning to know your wires and know the feel in each lock. And this lock is a 5 gauge again, and this one is just, you're looking for binding levers. So we'll start all the way at the front. 1 second. So lever 1 feels quite loose, lever 2 loose, 3 loose, 4. Got a little movement over 4. I think that's gone into a gate. Try and get under 5. Again, it's hard to get under these levers sometimes. So 5 feels like it's, make sure that's 5. 5 feels like it's in gate. 5. 4 feels like it's in gate. 3, I might have put into gate on the way past. Try and bring it all the way to the front. I want to go to 2. So 2. Bring it to 1. So 1 still feels loose, so there's something holding up somewhere else. We'll reset it. I'll start all the way from the back this time. So 5. As I say, I'm just feeling for binding levers, and when I feel like it's in gate, I just double check, and it does feel like I've got a little plane, you can hear the sound of it. Go under 4. So 5, 4, 3. 2. They must be set very low. 2 seems quite high. And you're always playing with the tension too. I think I've set 2. 2's locked. 1 was in gate. 3, 4, 5. So it's just, I'll see if I can. So it seemed like I'd locked, 2 had locked, and everything else was engaged, so I've done everything right apart from lever 2. So that's 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there you go. And we do have it picked. Just move that back, and as you can see, it is picked. So there you have it, 5 different locks, and not bad going, 5 locks in 20 minutes. And we will take a look at the levers. I won't take the levers out of every lock, but I will show the levers in the lock, as people who are watching this will mostly know what they are, and you will be able to see that it was fully equipped with each of the levers. As I say, I want to say a great big thank you to Chris Evans, because I wouldn't be where I was today with lever picking without some of his knowledge that he has given me. I'll move this a little bit closer so we can see, and as you can see, it has all the levers in there. So I won't take them all out. I know some people will want them all taken out, but it's already a long enough video as it is. So that was the hardest one out of the 5 for me, and I'll just put that there. Then I'll come to the leg, and make sure we can see these levers. If you do have any questions or anything you think that I've done wrong, just leave it in the comment. There's the, you can't see the rear levers for the lighting, but they are in there, as you can see. All 5 levers are in there. I'm hoping this video will last, otherwise you're going to get half a video. Now we're moving on to the ERA Viscount. I'm hoping that this doesn't time out soon, as I know it's quite a long video and I don't know how long it actually records for. So if it does, I'm boned, basically. And again, this one is the ERA Viscount 201, I think it actually is. And again, as you can see, all the levers are present. I would go through them all, but again, it would make for a very long video, and as I've just stated with the time and stuff. We have the Imperial. It is the Imperial BS3621. Now, I didn't think this was British standard when I first got it, but when I've done some research on it, it actually says that this is the hard plate. It doesn't need anything extra. It is actually the hard plate on it. And when I did get it, these were pretty up here was pretty rusted out and didn't work very well, so I thought just best to take it out, as I wouldn't be using it on a door anyway. Now try and get this thing off. There we go. And again, as you can see, all 5 levers are present. Sorry about that. And if you do know a little bit about mortise picking, you wouldn't need to see the actual levers. You'd be able to tell it on the way I was picking. And last, but by no means least, is the Union. I do not know the model. I did look it up earlier, but I did a lot of stuff after that and I forgot. So it is what it is. And there you have it, the final Union lock. And as you can see from these, as you can see from the front lever, you're just basically lifting these up, and there's no false gates or anything, and there's quite a big gap there, so overlifting it would be quite easy on this one, unless you get a really high cut, then it would block the way a little bit. And that's all I have for you. So if you have enjoyed it, please leave a comment, like it, and I just want some feedback, to be honest. It'd be absolutely brilliant. So thanks for watching, and if you stayed with us for this long, well done. Thank you very much. Bye for now.